The Bismarck was the fastest ship that ever sailed the sea. On her decks were guns as big as spears and shells as big as trees.
Well, lubba-dub-dub motherfuckers, what's going on, everyone? It is I, everyone's favorite jack of all trades, with the foul mouth, Commodore Urban, and today I've got another awesome fucking book review for you guys. Give me a second here, it's a little bit fucking hot in this motherfucker. Much better. Anyway, I'm going to review another book for you guys. As you guys probably saw from the little shitty intro that I made with the beginning verses of Johnny Horton's song, Sank the Bismarck, we are reviewing a book about the Bismarck. And this was actually a special request video that was requested to me by my good friend and fellow YouTuber and collaborator, Jerry Borgett. So Jerry, buddy, you wanted a review on this fucking book, here it is. And for everyone that likes and is interested in the Bismarck, this is for you guys. So this is The Discovery of the Bismarck by Robert D. Ballard with Rick Archbold, with introduction by Ludovic Kennedy. From the author of the New York Times bestsellers, The Discovery of the Titanic, which I also own. Germany's greatest battleship surrenders her secrets. On the backside it says, 3 miles beneath the Atlantic, a feared Nazi warship stands proudly defiant. Here, from the man who brought the world the Titanic, is the unforgettable story of Hitler's most famous battleship. How she sailed, was sunk under fire, and then thrillingly rediscovered nearly 50 years later. In words and pictures, Robert Ballard gives a gripping account of his exploration of the wreck of the Bismarck and sheds new light on many of the questions that surround the sinking, or was it scuttling, of this mighty war machine. And this particular copy was produced by Warner Books, which is a Time Warner company. So it's an absolutely amazing fucking book. See, with technical and historical consultation by William H. Gazark Jr. and Robert O. Dolan Jr. William Gazark actually wrote another book, which I'm waiting on the fucking library for, which is called Battleship Bismarck, Design and Operational History. This particular book, this particular version, this is actually the first printing, so this is, first published. And then right here it says, to the memory of my son, Todd Allen Ballard, which that's pretty sad. Anyway, basically, here are the contents of the book, and basically how the book is set up. Of course, you got your introduction, which by Ludovic Kennedy. He wrote the book Pursuit, the Sinking of the Bismarck, which he was on board the destroyer Tartar as they were patrolling, finding the ship. Basically, the book is broken in 3 parts. Part 1 is basically, I should say part 1 is actually talking about the history of the Bismarck and how how she was built, and basically everything about her early years, including basically getting her prepped ready for sea. And of course, as you see, there's the awesome diagram of the ship, which is actually what I use in my really shitty introduction for the video. But there's one thing that's wrong. The swastikas are wrong. This is supposed to be red, not gray. Other than that, that would basically be about correct for what that part of the ship should look like. And basically, after you go through the history of the ship, you talk Dr. Robert Ballard talks about his first hunt, his first search in 1988 for the Bismarck, in which the only thing he finds is the remains of a sailing ship. And of course, the next part of it is talking about Exercise Rhine, which is the sortie of Bismarck and Prince Eugen to go attack convoys in the Atlantic, which you can see in this picture. The Baltic camouflage has been repainted on the upper structure, but the hull has not yet been repainted to just the plain out gray, which, you know, most people recognize the Bismarck being in. You can see here's Prince Eugen here. There's Bismarck, which you can tell she still has not had her false bow wave painted out yet. And talking about basically the massive fucking chase that followed the Bismarck. But I'm kind of getting a little bit further ahead of myself, because we also have to talk about the first victim of the Bismarck, which was the Mighty Hood. Amazing fucking ship the Hood was. That's actually another ship I do have an interest in, is the Hood. I've always been fascinated with the Hood, and I think it's just really sad what happened to her. But you know, one well-placed fucking shot from this monstrous bitch done this. Sank the Hood and damaged the brand new Prince of Wales. As you can see, the Prince of Wales in this painting steering around the wreckage. And you basically have this massive fucking chase of the Bismarck, including, you know, the legendary Ark Royal sending torpedo, you know, swordfish torpedo planes to, you know, cripple the Bismarck, which they do. And of course, her ultimate destructive end when she was completely burning and she sank. Which I think is absolutely sad too. The sinking of Bismarck was an absolutely sad fucking case. But you know, like Johnny Horton's song says, you know, we had to sink the Bismarck, the world depended on us. And of course, and in the next part of the book, the hunt is resumed in 1989 on board another ship. And this time around, they get lucky. They get lucky and they find her. They find her. They do June 8th of 1989 is when they find her. As you can see, this awesome painting by Ken Marshall, Argo, is going over the wreck. And honestly, you know, the pictures that they have taken of the wreck itself is so fucking haunting. And the ship itself, even with all the damn fucking destruction and stuff that's involved, she is still in one piece. I mean, basically in one piece. Like in this section here, you know, it says Bismarck then and now. We have painting of the wreck, which, I mean, honestly, I think the only other better pictures I've seen of the wreck, other than Ballard's original fucking paint pictures, were the ones from James Cameron's documentary Expedition Bismarck. That's a fucking great documentary, by the way. But it's a very detailed telling of Dr. Ballard's hunt for the Bismarck and the British's fucking hunt for the Bismarck, and to her ultimate death, which, I mean, the paintings are absolutely just fucking awesome. And, you know, of course, comparing with real life photographs and shit, it just, I mean, it's just, if you love naval history, you'll love battleships, or if you just have a passing interest in stuff like this, this is definitely a book you must read. And if you're a diehard battleship nut, or a diehard naval person, or just a diehard, you know, Bismarck fan, you should have this book. And there's another book that Dr. Ballard actually wrote about the Bismarck. It was called Exploring the Bismarck, which was like a kid's book, you know. But yeah, I mean, this is an amazing freaking book, and there's an amazing fucking picture of the Bismarck. And that's basically it. So I give this book 2 thumbs up. It's an amazing fucking book, just like his Titanic books. This book is going to be a pleaser. It's a gripping read from start to finish, and you'll learn something. I learned quite a bit reading this, and I actually do have an interest in the Bismarck, and I learned quite a bit from reading this. And it's amazing. It's a beautiful book, and it's actually one of the books I got from the book fair this year. But once again, the book is called The Discovery of the Bismarck by Robert Ballard, and there's actually been several editions of this, but this is the original first edition. I'm actually planning on getting the companion volume, Exploring the Bismarck, so I can have them both. And who knows? This makes me want to get a fucking model kit of the Bismarck and build a detailed model of the feared German battleship. Like I said, 5 stars, 2 fucking thumbs up. It's a must-read book for anyone that loves naval warfare, battleships, anything would do with naval ships in general, or you just love ships. Fucking read Discovery of the Bismarck. You will not be sorry. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Discovery of the Bismarck. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back with you. And if YouTube does turn the fucking comments off, you can always get in touch with me through Messenger. You know, just type in Comment Urban and message me fucking that way, and that's how you can get a hold of me then. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, this is Commodore Urban saying have smooth seas and clear skies. Happy sailing with all of you, and God bless you all. Until next time, stay yourselves, and God bless you all, and I'll catch you later. So long.